What are you humming? I mean, it's cool the first time I heard it, but after hearing it a million times, it is really starting to get old.
Oh, it's my new theme song. I made it up in my own honor, and it goes like this. Tick tock, who's that? It's the clock, saving the day like heroes do. The clock will save me and you.
Catchy.
I just figured that after we thwarted Acrophobia's plan to carry away the theme park using a giant balloon, he must have realized that the heroes are way better than the villains. He won't be messing with me anymore since he's gotten a taste of the ice cream sundae that is the clock.
I'm sorry, what? Ice cream sundae?
Yeah, you know, I'm 2 scoops of superpowers plus the whipped cream and a cherry of awesomeness on top, all wrapped up in a waffle cone of saving the day.
Well then, okay, Miss Banana Split. Look at that.
What is that? Did Acrophobia build a statue of himself in Epic World? Talk about someone who thinks very highly of themselves.
I wonder what kind of material Acrophobia could have used to build that statue. It looks like some roller coaster parts. Is that cotton candy? And a few t-shirts from the gift store? And chewed bubble gum?
Silence. Now, let's see if that fixed our problem. I'd pause.
That's not funny.
Sorry, but we really have more important things to worry about than what Acrophobia used to make his statue. Like, what's he planning on doing with it and how we can stop him? Oh, look, it's Iris now. Let's check in with her.
The clock. I'm guessing that you've seen Acrophobia's statue at this point. Oh good, you have. Well, according to some security footage from inside the park, when people get close to the statue, Acrophobia is zapping them with the ray blaster, turning them into his evil minions. This statue must be torn down right away. As soon as you destroy it, the minions will be freed and able to go on with their normal lives. The other heroes here at Super would love to help, but there's a crisis here at home. So suit up and go save the day.
The clock was just here a second ago. The clock. Come out, wherever you are. Ooh, I know. Marco!
Paulo!
Marco!
Paulo!
Got you. What are you doing?
Did you just not hear what Iris said?
Well, yeah, she said that Acrophobia is doing something evil and that you need to stop him. But I don't understand why you're hiding.
Are you kidding me? How am I supposed to go out there and destroy the statue? The other superheroes were all part of Super. Don't even come to help me.
Come on, Iris said that they had a crisis. They need you.
Yeah, but we all know that crisis is code for too afraid to come.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. Look, I'm afraid of what Acrophobia's minions might do to me. It's better to just stay in hiding, far away from all of that evilness.
You hide me, but you're the clock. I mean, 2 minutes ago, you had your own theme song, remember? Saving the day like heroes do, the clock will save me and you. What happened?
Look, I try to cover this up, but I'm actually really shy about my superpowers. Everyone else at Super has these awesome powers, you know? I'm already the weakest one. What if I fail at all of this? Then everyone will make fun of me even more, and I'll probably get kicked out of Super.
I don't think that would happen. Why don't we see if there's a piece of God's armor that might help you? I think Iris has another message.
Hey there, the clock. I noticed that you are feeling a little less than Super. You might feel weak right now, but you don't have to. Check out this story about Gideon. There was a time when he felt weak, but God still used him to do great things. God's people, the Israelites, had disobeyed God. Because of that, God allowed their enemies, the Midianites, to come and take over their land. The Israelites were so scared of the Midianites that they even went and hid in caves. The Israelites needed help, so they prayed to God. God sent an angel to talk to a man named Gideon. Gideon was hiding in the caves too because he was also afraid of the Midianites. The angel greeted Gideon saying, "Mighty warrior, the Lord is with you." Gideon knew how badly he and his people had been treated. He said to the angel, "You say the Lord is with us, then why has all this happened?" The angel said, "You are strong. Go and save Israel." Gideon didn't agree with what the angel was saying. "How can I possibly save Israel? I'm not strong or important." But God promised to be with Gideon and to give him victory. Later that night, God spoke to Gideon and told him to tear down the altar that was built to one of the false gods named Baal and the pole that was built to worship the false god named Asherah. Gideon was supposed to build the right kind of altar where people could worship the one true God. Even though Gideon was scared, he believed that God would protect him and he could do the right thing. So Gideon waited until it was nighttime and then went out and did exactly what God told him to do. When everyone woke up the next morning, they could not believe their eyes. The altar to Baal was demolished and the pole was cut down. In its place was a new altar to worship God. God used Gideon to do great things and gave him the power he needed even when he was scared. Sometimes it can be scary to do what is right, but when we suit up with the armor of godliness, we don't have to rely on our own power. We have God's power to help in any circumstance.
So the armor of righteousness is kind of like the superhero logo, except instead of letting everyone know that you're a hero, you're letting everyone know that God is on your side, protecting you and helping you do what is right.
I guess so. I just wish it was an actual piece of armor that could defend against Acrophobia's ray blaster.
You heard Iris. She said that the armor of righteousness protects your heart. As long as your heart is protected by God, the enemy won't be able to do anything to it. He can't turn you into one of his evil minions.
Yeah, you're right. I can destroy this evil statue. But maybe I'm going to need some help. What if you cause a diversion, distracting Acrophobia and everyone else while I destroy the statue? Then no one will know it was me, and they won't try to hurt me.
A diversion? Like, what are you thinking?
Exactly. I'm sure that somewhere in all of those comic books that you've read, there's a time when they've used a diversion. You know, like the villain leaves the local reporter dangling from a tall building while he also causes a subway train to go out of control. Then the hero has to decide which one he's going to do.
Well, yeah, that does happen a lot, but it's usually the villain who does the diversion, not the hero. Plus, I don't think I should cause the diversion because that would attract a crowd of people, and you know I'm afraid of crowds of people.
What if we throw a bunch of ice cream everywhere?
Okay. That might work.
Okay, you could do a funny dance. Or sing really, really loudly. Woo! Well, what about just making some noise? Oh, okay. I got it. You can stand on your head.
Whoa. I'm gonna stop you right there before you get too crazy. Look, you're the clock, and you can be confident in what God has told you to do. And God tells us to do what is right, and the right thing is to follow Super's instructions and destroy that statue. You don't have to be afraid because you have the armor of righteousness.
You're right, Sid. I'm sorry that I've been acting so crazy about this. So far, the armor of God has helped me see the truth, and now, by doing the right thing, I can defeat acrophobia.
So, do you have a plan? Because that statue is turning more and more people into minions every second.
I think it's time to use these babies, my indestructible fists.
Yes, just like Hulk or Thor's hammer. You know, this reminds me of that time Thor battled against the Destroyer and had to use his hammer to...
Hey, Sid. You remember the people who are getting turned into minions? Yeah, gotta get back to saving the day. So, anyways, I'm thinking that once I punch out the ray blaster, the minions will be freed and the blaster will cause an explosion, destroying the rest of the statue.
Well, I think this is a great idea, but I do want to warn you some precautions you need to take while being near an explosion. First, you need to make sure that you have goggles. Second, you need to make sure.
Run for your life! Sid, are you okay? Are you okay? I heard you screaming from the other side of the park, all the way over there. It was worse than the sound you made when I took you on that pirate ship ride upside down 2 years ago. I'll never forget that day when I learned how scared of heights that you were.
I just was not expecting that explosion. I didn't even know you left.
You were in the middle of saying something, and I just decided that instead of interrupting you, I would just save the day.
Well, it looks like you defeated acrophobia. What should we do now?
I was so hoping that you would ask. As I was getting away from the explosion, I noticed that it happened to be beside a popcorn stand, and the fire is causing the popcorn to pop out of control. I think they're giving it away for free.
Okay, 1 second. I love popcorn, but I want to say bye to my friends. Hey, today we learned about another piece of God's armor, the breastplate of righteousness. And when we are righteous, we choose the right things. We choose to live God's way, and it protects us from all sorts of stuff in our life. This week, I want you to join me in making a list of some right choices we can make as we put on this next piece of God's armor. We'll see you later. I gotta get me some popcorn.